Hey everyone, this is Asase checking in. So today we're gonna do a little bit of a day in the life of a third-year med student. I am on my internal medicine rotation and I have call today. And so what call is like, I think it just varies on which hospital system you're at, but mine starts at 7 a.m. and it goes up until 10 p.m. So it's about, see if I can do some math, it's like 15 hours. So it's already almost 9 o'clock. I got here around 7 a.m. this morning to get the sign out, which is where, or handoff, which is where the team that was on overnight kind of gives us any updates on on how our patients are doing, especially the particular ones that are called watchers. So those are ones that are more, that are a little bit more unstable. And so then after that, my senior resident will go ahead and break up our list. I'm on team 2. And so they'll go ahead and break up the list and tell us what patients that we have to see, because we have to go through the chart and do a chart review, see how the patients were doing overnight, go up and visit them as well, do a physical exam, things like that, check their state, check their vitals and their labs. And then afterwards, when the attending physician is ready, we round on patients. And during rounding, you have to go to each patient on the list, so you get to hear about everyone's patients, not just the ones that you are in charge of. And you have to do an oral presentation and present how the patient is doing, whether they're a new admit or whether they've been here for a week. And so you're just kind of just saying the progress, like the patient was great, stable overnight, vitals haven't changed, labs were this, and this. This is the assessment, and this is the plan that I think that we're gonna need to do for the patient. So I just finished doing the chart review. I'm actually gonna go back and do a little bit more of chart review for both of the patients that I have today. I only have 2 today. Normally as a med student, I think 3 is cool. If you do 4, you're really trying to basically act like you're an intern, which is great practice. But just doing 2 today because our list is pretty short. And I'm on call, so hopefully I get to help out with some admissions and maybe a discharge or 2. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back and do a little bit more chart review. I already saw my 2 patients, one which is really sad. I think it's, we'll talk about it a little bit later in the day after we round on that patient again. But got to see my 2 patients, did a physical exam on them both. And now I'm just gonna review and try to prep for my oral presentations and make sure I have all the information that I need to tell the attending so we know how to proceed. All right? And it's a beautiful day. Let's not forget to note that. So this is our lounge. Friends over here preparing for a presentation. I'm gonna log in and get more information on my patients. All right, so I realized that I forgot to ask a patient something. I'm gonna run back and check in on her. This is the clipboard that I use. It's the white coat clipboard or something. I keep all my notes and patient lists and stuff in there, and it's very helpful. And then after I check in on her, I'm going to go to round, and I'll check in after that. Hey everyone, so I finished rounding with the team. We only had like 12 or 13 patients today. So we finished relatively early. It's only like a little bit after 11. But I smelled bad food on my way up to the lounge. Bad food because I'm trying to train for a half marathon and like I need to be eating the right things. But they made some fresh French fries. They also had like this bacon cheeseburger that was just smelling like life. But I fought the temptation and only fell to the fries. Mind you, I made a smoothie to drink and I have like a little extra one. I got this salmon, broccoli, and like roasted like, I don't know, carrots that my sister made. And I got some Nigerian beans. I was set for the day to be successful. Anyways, I'm eating fries. So I have some downtime. Sometimes we have noon conference where a resident will present on a certain topic, or maybe it's journal club, or they go over like test questions because they all have to take tests too. I gotta double check if I have noon conference today. I don't think I do. But for the time being, I'm going to watch some videos because I have to study for my shelf exam I have 4 weeks of internal medicine and then the shelf exam, which is basically a test over everything I'm supposed to know after doing this clerkship. So I'm starting on pulmonology today. I'm using online Midday, and I can show you what that looks like as well. So it looks like this. I don't know if the screen's gonna be flipped for you guys, but I got almost 2 hours worth of content to get through. So I'm gonna start that today. My goal, honestly, for the day is to get through all of this and then do questions on Amboss, which is a platform that I use for QBank. Just to get through questions on the type of patients that I saw today, because I realized that it kind of helps to drill in the information more. If, like, say I saw a patient that had small cell lung cancer, and so if I go on Amboss, I can type in small cell lung cancer and pull out the questions that have that association out of my shelf medicine batch of questions, which is like 1,300 questions. So I'm gonna try to get through all these videos, do some questions that way. If I finish the questions for each patient that I saw today, then I'm gonna go and start doing pulmonology related questions. That's my goal. We're also gonna be having like admissions throughout the day. And I also have to get some checkoffs done for school. I need to do a discharge summary. I've already done physical exams and gotten checked off. I do oral presentations every day, and I've gotten checked off for that. So I'm not doing that anymore because now I gotta focus on learning and not stressing out about making sure I have my requirements done for school because I'm already doing them. So yeah, discharge summary, admissions order, and a handoff, which is just informing the next team what is going on with the patient so that they know how to care for them for their shift. So I'll catch you later. Hopefully I meet my goals. Bye, y'all. Well, not bye. This is a day in the life. See you soon. Hey everyone, so I am back in the student lounge watching more videos on Pulm. I got like 3 videos left. I am tired. So we finished our short lecture on EKGs for the parts of EKG stuff that we had left to learn. Went back down to the residence lounge to check in with my residents and see if we had any admissions, because while we're on call, you are on top of all the different teams. There's 4 teams. There's 4 teams, and you're in charge of making sure everyone's patients are Gucci. So everything is pretty chill right now, so they let me come and study, and they'll shoot me a text if there's anything to if there's patients to admit or if there's anything crazy going on. So I'm going to stuff my face really quickly with my dinner. Anime, my sister, made some beans, some Nigerians, I don't know if they call them porridge beans or what do they call them, whatever, it's beans now. So I'm gonna enjoy my meal, finish watching as many videos as possible to reach my goal. I got 5 hours left. What time is it? It's 5:18. I got 4 hours and like 45 minutes left. So, see you later. I finished my videos for today. So I'm going down to the residence lounge to see if anything's going on or if I can help or whatever. And if not, then I'll be doing questions. It doesn't seem to be too busy today, which is a good thing. Just doing questions, per usual. Only what I meant.
No, I mean...
And I am done for the day. I wish there was more that I could have shown you all. But it's a hospital, and people are in their most vulnerable states, right? So I did my best to just kind of give you guys all a picture of what a day in the life looks like. Bye. Oh. Yay! Hi. All right. I hope you all enjoyed that quick day in the life video. It was a lot more than I honestly expected. I wish I could have shown you more in terms of like what the floors look like and things like that. But again, it's all very vulnerable for people, and I'm honestly not sure what exactly I can show you and what is safe to bring you all into. But yeah, I'm happy I got to end the night with some of my friends, have some wine, and kind of like unwind after the long day, especially with having to deliver some bad news to different patients and things like that. I'm not sure if I actually mentioned them because I lost track of what the heck I was saying throughout this whole video. But I hope that it was able to kind of give you a taste of what you can expect your third year of medical school, whether you have a family member who's in medical school, or whether you yourself are first year, second year, or pre-med and wondering what that's going to look like for you. You are, for all intents and purposes, working, not getting paid, but working and learning, and getting exposure to all of these different specialties so that you can decide for yourself whether or not this is something that you want to be doing or what you see yourself doing. And just for like a brief overview, for most medical schools, the specialties that you get exposure with are the foundations. So that is internal medicine, that's family med, that is psychiatry, pediatrics, surgery, and OBGYN. So outside of that, everything else is considered an elective. And so those are the main clerkships that you round or that you do rotations with, and that you have to take a shelf exam for. Again, the shelf exam is the exam that you take at the end of the clerkship after you're supposed to have learned X amount of material to be able to do well on the test. And so the main thing with third year is that you try to do your best clinically so that your attendings and those that are kind of evaluating you are able to write good things about you. And then you take this test and you hopefully do well, because also that is a score that kind of, for most schools, designate whether or not you honor in that subject or in that specialty. And that's what goes into your residency application. So I hope this was useful and a good overview for you all, whether you know or don't know about third year, but this is the beginning of mine. Let me know if you'd like to see more content like this, or maybe a day in the life for each clerkship. Whatever you need, I will do my best to provide it, as long as it doesn't drive you crazy. Okay? All right. Good night.